faculty for being here tonight. I know we all really appreciate it. Like you said, I'm Lauren Peterson, and I want to thank first all the professors here. You have all taught me something meaningful that I've used for this and for just my career at UIW, and I couldn't have been here without you guys. Mr. Mercer, thank you for enhancing my love of writing. Dr. Perry for teaching me how to write a grammatically correct paper. Dr. Fitzgerald for teaching me how to apply myself to the max in everything I do. And Trey for calming me down when I was at the brink of tears in your office and for encouraging me and motivating me. So, thank you. As many of you might know, I am an athlete. I've been a swimmer here. But what you might not know is that I have wrestled with body image issues for as long as I can remember. So my presentation is, I made a website, The Aura of an Athlete. Aura is the vibe you give off, how you perceive yourself, how you perceive others. So wrestling with body image, I'm not alone. Oh, that's me. Did you know that 7 out of 10 girls feel that they don't belong in a sport? 4% of women think they're not beautiful, or only 4% of women think they're beautiful. 75% of women want to play a sport, but don't because they don't want to be judged or judged for their ability or their appearance. And Usain Bolt was once told that he was too tall to run. So, where does this negativity come from? Where do we learn what this aura of an athlete provides for us? And the answer is social media, of course. So the upside of social media, we have incredible access. We can see, I can feel like I'm working out with Nathan Adrian, eating a salad with Natalie Coughlin, and I can watch Michael Phelps' kid grow up right in front of my eyes. The downside, constant comparison. I'll never be as pretty as her. I'll never swim as fast as her. We are socially influenced by these ads, and they hit us from every direction every day. This is our norm, right, Steve? Vocab word. This is our norm. This is what we grew up with. And unfortunately, it keeps getting worse, and we don't know how to handle it. So this is what we live with now, what we've been growing up with. Trey, on the other hand, he grew up a while ago. He grew up with Wheaties boxes and commercials of Michael Jordan drinking out of a glass bottle and people saying, "I want to be like Mike." Again, Trey was not bombarded with social media like we are now. This is not the world we live in now. This is. I remember being picked up from my swim practices, and I could go home and catch up on all my favorite athletes, see how their practice went, see what they're having for dinner. It's a blessing and a curse. So this has led me to my question: what impact does social media have on aspiring athletes, and how can we keep it positive? So with that, I have created a website. The first thing you see when you go to my website is a quote from Elena Delle Donne. She played on the U.S. women's basketball team. And this quote is powerful, and it proves someone in the spotlight, she agrees that there is not one type of body. And so, I'm going to try to talk to you while doing this. I put images on my website, that's me, but the rest of them are just athletes who have been criticized for their body image, but who have been successful in their sport. So these are just a few of them. And it just shows that the fact that there's not one type of body. You don't have to look a certain way to play something, to play a sport. So the second page is the About Me page. Again. I wrote a little letter to the reader about myself, my life as an athlete, and my issue with body image and how we as a whole can fix it. So I've highlighted, on all the pages, I've highlighted certain words that I want the reader to scan, like I want the reader to notice. Negative ones in red and then positive ones in purple. And then I've also hyperlinked my problem page and solution page and contact page, so my whole website is intertwined. So that's my about me. The problem page.
Here's the problem, we can't reach the problem.
Okay. Well, my problem page, I start with videos. I've interviewed athletes from all around campus, different sports, just quick little interviews on their take of the problem. And then underneath, I have, I explain the problem. I have a list of websites that I've used for my research that kind of highlight different issues about social media and body image. And then again, hyperlinked different pages to each other. Let's see if this will work. Cool. So the problem page is a problem, clearly. So the solution page, the first thing you'll see is Lady Gaga and her quote from the Super Bowl. I'm sure many of us saw her perform. She got body shamed for what she was wearing and how she looked. And her response, I think, was very powerful, especially in this day and age. She said that I love my body and I hope you love your body too. So I thought that was a great message to put at the top of my page, like for the solution. And then underneath, I have 4 steps in how I think we can all together overcome this. So first, realize that most advertisements are not real. Like the Victoria's Secret ad that we saw, Photoshop. Those girls don't even look like that. The second one, appreciate these advertisements for what they are and what they are trying to sell you. But do not give in to the negative message that you have to look like that. Stop liking these messages. I follow models, athletes, I follow all that on Instagram and Facebook and stuff, but I don't like them, like click the like button, because I don't want to feed into that. I try to resist giving them more feedback. And fourth, talk it out. Talk to your friends, peers, someone you trust, especially if you or someone you know is having body image issues. And then again, I just put more examples. Talked about heroes. And then these are just articles that explain body image issues and interviews from professional athletes and stuff. And lastly, my contact page. I put a picture of myself, again, just to relate to the reader and prove that I'm an athlete, I've been there, I'm going through this. And then I've listed hotlines and websites for parents and for athletes themselves to go to, because when I was growing up, I didn't know who to turn to, who to trust, how to get help. And so I want my website to be informative, I want it to be interesting, but I want it to help people. So most importantly, help people. And together, we can encourage positive body image and change the media and how it negatively affects us.
Very good.